Dear students, in this video, as a part of external analysis, we are going to discuss another important analysis is called as industry life cycle analysis. Previously, we have discussed about Porter's five forces model to understand the level of competitiveness in an industry, and strategic group analysis to understand the various strategy groups and their strategies in a same industry. And third, we are going to discuss about industry life cycle analysis. So everything has a life cycle. A product has a life cycle. A human being has a life cycle. We born as a baby, then we grown up, then we mature, and we grow old and die. Similarly, every product has an origin, growth, mature, and it becomes obsolete. Similarly, every industry has a life cycle. So the opportunities and threats in the industry varies depends on which stage of the cycle the industry is. And also the difference between the two companies in the industry or similarities between the two companies in the industry become more visible and understandable depends on which stage the industry is in. And also the structure of strategy groups may also change depends on the industry life cycle stages. Okay, so that is what we are going to discuss in this video. What are all those stages of an industry life cycle? There are 5 stages: embryonic stage, growth stage, shakeout, mature stage, and decline stage. In each stage of an industry, the level of competition depends, varies. So according to the stage life cycle stage of an industry, the companies in that particular industry, they have to formulate the strategy. So in every stage they cannot have a same strategy for all stages. In every stage they have to change a new strategy because the industry structure changes during the evolution of the particular industry. First, in the embryonic stage industries, where the growth is slow, because the one or two companies belongs to that particular industry, because a totally new industry, totally new products, buyers are unfamiliar with the companies and their products. For example, when Amazon online company, online seller, they started their operations, initially customers were totally unfamiliar. Is it possible to buy the product through computers? Okay, it is very unfamiliar to majority of the customers in the initial period when they started the business. So because its products are unfamiliar, company is unfamiliar, it's very difficult to attract the customers. So in this embryonic stages, like a birth, okay, like a small baby, okay, like the industry is in the initial stages, okay, it's not shaping up clearly, okay, so everything is unclear, everything is uncertain, okay. So in that stage, growth is very slow, and buyers are unfamiliar about the organization and their services and products, and companies don't have a clear markets, and they don't have a clear channels to distribute their products, okay. So even the companies normally don't have a huge manufacturing facilities, because they do not know what will be the demand for the product in the future. There are uncertain things, so everything will be poorly managed. So in this case, the prices of the products normally high. When the one or two companies are there in the industry, the prices are high. For a best example is electric mobility in Indian market. Okay, it's a very new industry. Only few companies are introduced one or two products, and the customer has n number of questions in their mind. It is very unfamiliar, okay, or very low familiar for the customers. Okay, so but initially the prices are very high because the innovation has to happen. Okay, product development has to happen, everything, but initial stages the cost of development is high, so the prices of products also high because the customers also, number of customers also very less. Electric vehicles are by only few customers. Okay, there is a huge market in India, but a very small percentage of people prefer electric vehicles. They are waiting to grow. Once the industry grow, then they will ready to buy the products. And look at the electric vehicles, most of the products are poorly designed. Still there are a lot of innovations to come. There is a lot of opportunity for the innovators to come up with the new innovation so that they can become the industry leaders. So embryonic, it's like a child. Okay, because it's a very starting stage, nothing is very clear, nothing very organized, where growth is low, prices are very high. So here the company has to follow a particular strategy. And the growth industries where they spend some time, and now the demand for the products takes off. Okay, the customers, they constantly observe what's happening in that industry and their products, and they gain confidence about the company and the products. So the new customers are started buying the products of the organization. So slowly demand takes off, and organization also has a well thought out plan about their future. So they they start the manufacturing plants, and they establish distribution channels to cover the market because of the customer base, new customer, they could understand their segment very well. So and compared to the embryonic stage, here the prices are comparatively lesser because they go for mass manufacturing, more demand. So the process for prices of the product slowly gradually decreases, no drastic changes but gradually decreases. In this stage, the new companies, they will find that this is a very prospective industry, only few companies are doing business. They will try to enter into the industry during the growth stage, because in the stage the demand start increases. Okay, so this is the growth stage. Here the company's strategies must be different. Industry shakeout, where the demand reaches almost saturation levels, only very few new buyers may join or they may buy the product. So already everything is, every customer, every all the possible customers are buying the products, only few potential customers are left out. Okay, what is this? For the existing customers, the company compete with each other to retain their customers, so rivalry becomes intense. Okay, and once the competition increases, they enter into the price war to attract the customers, and they will compete for market share. Okay, so this affects their businesses. When the high level of competition is there, it is considered as a threat for the organization. So accordingly, they have to develop a strategy, like a low cost strategy or differentiation strategies they can follow. Mature industries, here the market reached its peak, saturated, there is no more growth opportunities are there for the companies in the industry. Okay, in the market, no more expansion of the market, no more new demand for the market, only for the existing demand the company has to produce the product. And most of the companies operating in the industries are well established organization. They developed high brand loyalty from the customers. In this stage, new company enter into the industry is very less, because it's very difficult for them to identify or to create a new customer base for their company, and also it's very difficult for them to compete with the established organizations already in the industry. So every company, existing company in the industry, in this stage, they're trying to consolidate their position. They don't want new customers, at the same time they don't want to lose their customers. They want to consolidate their position. And some mature industries, the company may enter into the a price agreement. They have a common agreement. We need not fight with each other. So we'll have a common agreement to fix the prices. But it won't last for a very long time. Again, the companies want to try to maximize their profit. Again, they will enter into the price war. They will enter into the price war, and they follow the suitable strategies. Finally, declining industries. Because of any new technology which substitutes the existing technology in the industry may become obsolete. For example, CD is substituted by DVD. Now DVDs are substituted by Blu-ray. Even no more. Even DVDs are having a very low demand nowadays. Everything is become online streaming. So that technological substitution has replaced. That is a declining of the industry. Then social changes also. The expectations of the customers, needs of the customers also changing. That may also cause declining of the industry. Or some international competition where the local companies cannot compete, or falling demand for the existing product. What happened? Already established organization, they have a huge manufacturing facilities, but the demand is decreasing. You have excess capacity. What happens? It leads to a very lower prices of the product. That leads to loss for the organization. Okay. So in the declining stage, the company has to revise their strategy according to the situation. So every stage of a life cycle, based on the level of competition, okay, situation of the market, the company has to devise a strategy according to that. They cannot have a same strategy throughout the life cycle of the industry. So this is what the objective of industry life cycle analysis. Thank you.